What is going on, bro? Welcome to the video. Little Starbucks to start the day, which means I'm not by myself.
A little Starbucks.
I don't know if I've ever been to Starbucks by myself. Maybe actually before I met Julie, I used to like they had these lattes. They were like chai tea latte, tea coffee combination. It was amazing.
Those are really high in calorie.
Now, when I do come to Starbucks, I like to get a little decaf coffee, caramel macchiato today. Their blueberry muffins are fire, though. This is like an 8 out of 10. And a breakfast sandwich. Consistent 6.7 out of 10. They get the job done.
No eating in the car.
No, you're right. I wasn't going to eat in the car. But check it out, man. In my early 20s, I've told y'all that I sucked with girls. And it got to this point, it was so painful. I was so tired of seeing my friends have girlfriends or get consistent hookups while I was having nothing. And it got to a point where I was like, yo, I'm gonna make a change. And I started forcing myself to talk to girls and approach girls. But there was a long period at first that seemed like wasted effort. I was just getting rejected or having awkward conversations. So today I want to tell y'all about the 3 biggest tweaks, the 3 biggest changes I made to my game to actually start turning that effort into results, into consistent dates and hookups. So let me ask you something, man. The first time you go to the gym, what happens? You walk in and it's intimidating, right? You don't know what machines do what. You don't know if your form looks right. You're afraid you're gonna look like an idiot. You probably do look like an idiot. And then even if you're able to stick with it for a few days, what happens? Your body's not used to resistance training, so you start to get this insane muscle soreness. I remember the first time I did a bicep workout, I was walking around like this for the next week. I couldn't extend my arms, like it was so fucking painful. Now at the gym, you kind of expect that. Like people tell you about that. But I didn't realize that same adaptation phase also relates to dating. Like the first time I went out to approach girls, it was like the first time in the gym. I didn't know where to start. I didn't know how to approach a girl. I didn't know what to say. And even if I had some pickup line I found online, I didn't know what to say after that. And I consistently got rejected and looked like an idiot. And even after I forced myself to stay consistent and go out a few days in a row, well, that muscle soreness kicked in. Except with dating, it's almost like emotional ego pain, ego soreness, because you start to think, I'm a failure. I'm not worthy of girls even when I'm trying to get girls. This is never gonna change. But check it out. In the gym, if you're able to work past that initial soreness and awkwardness and you stay consistent for 2 or 3 months, what happens? Well, that's when the newbie gains kick in. Like most guys never make it here, but if you do, that's when you start to see noticeable muscle growth. And then now the process of going to the gym becomes enjoyable. It becomes a habit and you set yourself on the path to get more and more jacked. With dating, it's the same thing, man. And I wish that I realized this because the first 2 times I made an effort to change my dating life, I gave up quickly. Like the initial pain and frustration was too much for me. It wasn't until I forced myself to stay consistent approaching girls for like 2 or 3 months that I finally started to experience some newbie gains. Of course, it's not muscle growth. With dating, the newbie gains is like, wow, I've talked to so many girls now that talking to attractive girls, it no longer seems intimidating. It just seems like a normal part of my daily routine. And at that point, the anxiety goes away and I was actually finally able to be confident talking to girls. The point is, you need to expect this adaptation phase because if not, you're gonna do what I did. You're gonna go out putting all this pressure on yourself that you need the next girl you approach to give her your number. You need it to turn into a date or you're a failure. Like that's not how it works. You need to go out with the mindset, this is gonna take a little while, man. I'm gonna get rejected. I'm gonna say some dumb shit because if you have that mindset, the rejection is not gonna hurt as bad. You're gonna be able to stay consistent for long enough that you see those newbie gains and you actually get confident talking to girls. Oh, hey, buddies. Hey. How are you doing, little brother, man? How you doing?
All right, real quick, I got a question for you. I want you to close your eyes, and I want you to picture who you were, where you were 1 year ago last January, because it's the new year now. All right, the question is, are you 1000% satisfied and content with the progress you've made since then, or do you feel like you're capable of a lot more and you're ready to break through to that next level? Because if that's you, then I got a big opportunity for you right now. So check it out. We're about to bring back round 3 of my private coaching program. It's called the Beast Lifestyle Mentorship. And essentially, this is a 10-week program designed to help you make an absurd amount of progress in a super short time frame. And every week, you're going to be getting private video calls with myself and some other coaches we have on the team. And the number one goal is to help you get your dating life just handled. Like, we're gonna show you our system for everything from approaching girls to setting up dates and closing the deal, how to optimize your online dating profile. And guys in the last program were like easily scheduling multiple dates per week just a few weeks into the program. But honestly, it's much more than that. Julia is one of the other coaches. She has her master's in therapy, and she's gonna work with you personally to overcome any subconscious confidence blocks from your past that are holding you back. And another big goal of the program is to get your lifestyle to the next level. Like, for you, maybe that means taking your career to the next level. Maybe you want to start a business. Maybe you just need to move out of your parents' place. Whatever it is, we're going to hold you accountable and make sure you do it. And not only will you be working with myself and Julia, we also brought the homie Dave on board. He's a dating expert that's going to help you get to your dating goals. And we also brought on a few members from our last programs who absolutely crushed it. Like, they just made the same transformation in their life. So they're going to play a big role in helping you get there too. So yeah, man, if this sounds like something you want to be a part of, just click that first link in description to fill out a quick application. If we think you're a good fit, we'll get right back to you. And at the top of that page, there's also a video with some testimonials from guys from the last 2 programs. So make sure you check that out. First link in description. We're only looking for a limited number of guys. So my big problem when you watch like pickup videos on YouTube, or even when you're watching Hollywood movies and there's this player, right? You think that in order to get girls, you have to be like the smoothest operator who's always twirling them around or making witty comments or making them laugh all the time. And for me, that kind of paralyzed my game. Even after I got over that initial hump and got comfortable talking to girls, I wasn't seeing a lot of second dates or even hookups, because whenever I was talking to a girl, I was stuck in my head thinking like, you know, what's the crazy smooth move that I have to do next? And obviously when you're stuck in your head, like, your game goes to shit. This is gonna seem kind of random, but I recently saw this study where they took a group of people who had trouble sleeping and they divided them into 2 groups. One group, they said, all right, we're gonna time how long it takes you to fall asleep. The other group, they said, look, you guys don't need to try and fall asleep. You don't need to sleep tonight. The group that gave themselves permission not to fall asleep fell asleep significantly faster. And that's kind of the same way I upgraded my game. What I mean is, I had to give myself permission to be boring with girls and no longer try and be this pickup jester. And when I did that, I realized, first of all, a lot of girls are more attracted to my like natural kind of low, calm, masculine energy without having to joke around. But at the same time, when I took the pressure off of myself to stop flirting with girls, all of a sudden it started coming a lot more naturally to me. And I think it's because no longer I was in my head trying to think of things to say. I was actually present with the girl, and it just happened. So here's my advice to you. If you're someone who's naturally extroverted and you're always cracking jokes, that's probably what your game should look like, a little bit more classic pickup artist. But if you're like me and you're more introverted and low energy, I mean, I do have some good jokes from time to time, but that's what your game should look like, man. Because if you try to be something you're not, you're gonna get stuck in your head. It's never gonna feel natural to you. And like, girls and other people, they're gonna be able to pick up on this too, and it's gonna be a big turn up.
Marvin, watch the way I start up. I've been going hard, but I can go way harder. Every beat I'm on, yeah, you know that I slaughter. And I'm always looking gorgeous, chilling with somebody's daughter. Yeah, she loving me. Say she love the way my chain sit and contemplate. And of course it says my name if you wanna rate. To let you know who's finna blow. Always win and check the scope. I'm only losing control.
Gains, bro. Workout complete. Nothing like a workout to bring up your spirits when they're down. Off camera today it's been one of the most challenging days of my life. I'm not exaggerating. I wish I was. I don't want to get off topic. I don't talk about it in this video, but I think I'm gonna film tomorrow and let you guys in on what happened because I need to get off my chest, man. Let's go get some food. A workout and tacos. Now I'm talking about, now I haven't even just brought my spirits up. They're above sea level. couple steak fajita tacos, couple chicken barbecue tacos, and this is a jalapeno watermelon margarita.
Very welcome, guys.
Thank you, sir. Julia's got a watermelon margarita. Cheers. Yo, that's real good.
So good.
I'll be honest, man, I think we found our Houston taco place. It's called Grab and Go Tacos. Shits on Torchy's tacos. Don't tell Max. It might even be on the level of Taco Way. I'm not ready to say that yet, but it might be. So even after I got confident approaching girls and talking to girls, and at that point, you know, I was starting to see more results, more dates and hookups, there was still like one massive thing that was blocking my confidence and killing my game, and that's that I felt like when I got back to the bedroom, I needed to knock a girl's socks off and give her the best experience she'd ever had. And of course, what would happen would be when I was on a date with a girl and I could tell that, okay, I think I can bring this girl back, immediately I'd get in my head and be like, all right, man, it's time to gear up. It's time to put your game face on. You know, I was walking through the steps in my head I had to take. And again, when you get caught up in your head, immediately your performance dips and you get anxiety. And I'm someone who suffered from some ED sometimes because I was so anxious. And obviously, that messed with me. Now, at this point, you're probably starting to see a trend in this video, and that's that my game evolved at the same pace that I was able to take pressure off of myself. When I got cool with being rejected, I got to the next level of game. When I got cool with not needing to impress every girl during conversation, I got to the next level of game. And the final level for me was when I was able to tell myself, you know what? Even if this hookup isn't that great and this girl's not impressed and I don't see her again, like, that's okay with me. And looking back, what I realized is that if you're still putting pressure on yourself to impress girls, ultimately what you're doing is you're comparing yourself to other men, because you're telling yourself, I need this girl to like me more than she likes other guys. And when you go in with this mindset, essentially you're seeking validation, you're coming from a place of weakness and neediness, and it's just gonna limit your potential. It's kind of like you're peeling away the layers of this onion. The first layer was like, okay, it's okay if I get rejected. It's a learning process. The second layer is, it's okay if my conversation doesn't go amazing. Like, that's not that big of a deal. And that finer layer, when you're getting to the core, is like, even if this hookup doesn't go great, it's not that big of a deal, man. I'm gonna be all right. Because at that point, you genuinely don't need her validation. You don't care how it goes. And when girls sense that, they're like, damn, I want this guy. It's funny how everything works backwards, but at the end of the day, take the pressure off of yourself. You don't need to impress girls. It's okay if you mess up with one girl. It's okay if you mess up with 500 girls. I probably messed up with a lot more than that, man. I think they put real jalapenos in here. This is our new spot. This is our new Houston spot, baby. If you're still watching this video, I appreciate you. Give it a thumbs up. I hope you learned something new. I hope that my experience and my failures can teach you something. If you're new to the channel, click subscribe and turn notifications on, because I drop 2 new videos every single week and you don't want to miss them. I will talk to all of y'all in the next video. If I don't, I will be a little bit mad, bro. Stay beastly.